you like an introduction and like?
Hello, this is Samuel brockflynnshow.com and Samuel Brockflynn on the air, talking with Chris Free, a director or producer in filmmaking, and we're going to do an interview of him right now. Welcome on, Chris.
How are you doing today?
Good. How about?
How are you doing today? My name's Chris Free. I'm also a film producer. I'm a former casting director. I used to co-lead casting agency in Chicago. Right now, I'm also currently have a talent music management company called Freebird Management, based out here in Crossville, Tennessee. I'm also in the same town as Samuel. And I've been working in film a little over 20 years. Started out doing some work for a PBS station out of Cookville, Tennessee. Doing some cable polling work, doing live sports for Tennessee Tech University. And just eventually went off to film school at Columbia College in Chicago. And that's basically where I kind of started my filmmaking career at college. And anything would you like to know?
I'm having difficulties with my with my phone here. Can you speak up a little bit louder?
Sure, no problem.
Okay. Try now.
Yeah, can you get better now?
Okay, now try.
Can you hear me better now?
Yeah.
Okay, so, like I said, I've been working in film over 20 years now. Ever since actually started out in television when I was 16 and in my first year at Columbia College, I was actually a musical theater major and started acting in student films for a friend of mine, Nathan Masters, who actually produced movies with several films with, so far. And right now, after my first year at Columbia College, I went to filmmaking and started making movies. And when I was in 1995, I got a job as a casting director at a casting agency in Chicago. And until the agency closed down, and been working on several films since then. Before, I've actually produced 5 feature films. Most of them have actually been shot in Chicago, except for one been shot in Wilmington, North Carolina, and another one shot in Atlanta, Georgia. I've done everything from music videos to I've actually
Now,
been director for a.
Now, generally, how much would it cost you to come out there to do it and produce it and things like that? As would it, as just to say?
How much it cost to make a movie?
Yeah.
I have one film called The Fourth Beast, shot for a total budget of actually $800, and we did pick up distribution, Dark Entertainment, script worldwide, and that was the total budget. Only all the equipment cost down. Basically, had people. Everybody's basically working for food, and we got the film off, and that was several years ago. I don't have the exact year actually in front of me, but we actually shot that. That was the first film I did with Nathan Masters, and I'm going off and I've actually produced 2 other films with him. We got The Fourth Beast this year, we put out, actually watch the movie for free on YouTube, if you like. It's called Epitaph, Red and Salt. It's a full-length feature, and it's also shot in Chicago.
Oh, okay. I was wondering about that situation there, on that part, about if you knew anything of anybody that's been on TV or played in that has to do with just that, with like
As far as knowing people, most of the people that I've actually worked with, I worked with several people that actually become B-level actors, and I also have some other friends that are B-level actors. And throughout the years, I have met various occasions. I've met various A-level actors as well. So, most of the time, most people actually live. Well, in Chicago, I ran through a lot of statistics in the '90s. There were a lot of A-level actors.
oh, okay.
And some are really nice people.
Yeah, I asked you.
You got some.
I asked you something last night about the directors over there in Hollywood. Some of them are just. Some people are nice. Now, some of them are just hotheads, I guess you would say.
Yeah. Well, that's directors, producers, actors. I don't want to really go into names or anything like that, but you got actors that are that way too. So, directors, and once they get to a certain level, and sometimes I've also worked with quite a few. Basically, they're really good, down to earth people too, as well.
Yeah.
I mean, you got both sides, the game as well. So it really comes down to it. You got some that are basically on this ego trip, but some are very, very talented. And then you got some basically they're just having a certain way to make their films, and when they get out there, it's like, they're some of the best directors around. And you just have to go with their flow.
Now is acting easy for some people, or is it hard to do?
Acting on a set?
Yeah, or anything. Acting.
Oh, you got, let's start off. Getting in the industry is one of the hardest things to do. I mean, it can take several years of training. I mean, one of the biggest things you got to do is, as an actor, you constantly got to be training as an actor. When you're not acting in a movie or a TV show or a commercial, you really need to be in some type of class, either class setting or private coaching. You got to constantly work on your craft. As far as making money, and a lot of times in the industry, it's like as a talent manager, they come from a point and represent other actors. It's very hard to make it in LA. As an actor in Los Angeles, that unless you're a screen actor skilled, it's so hard. A lot of the bigger stuff they're paying. They're not going to take you for it. Those are the ones that use these union, and those they're not going. A lot of the times they're not going to cast you unless you are union. It's very hard to even get an halfway decent agent in Los Angeles without being union.
Oh yeah, I've heard.
But the thing is,
I've been trying to get into the acting industry, and it is hard to do that.
Well, when you're as a beginner, you definitely, it's really.
Oh crap. Hold on, guys. We had a technical issue right now at the moment. Our network went down as of right now. We're trying to get Mr. Chris Free back into the live in studio. It will take a minute or two. Back on the cell, and I didn't mean to cut him off though, but well, actually, it wasn't me. It was the network. Because we had a poor signal of some sort, I guess. And so I'll have to call him back on a different app here. Hey man, I lost you. Sorry about that. From the.
Not a problem there. Where did we get before we actually got cut off there?
The signal of my Wi-Fi got cut off through somehow of some sort of thing through my Android phone. It's not fun. It's not fun, I tell you. I've, hold on. Hold on a second. Alright, speak now, I guess.
Okay, so cut off there a minute ago, and about a minute ago, actually was talking about, developing actually your real, as an actor, and start being an actor, everything from student films, and as well as, getting a lot of low-budget independent films. A lot of your low-budget independent films they're trying to make it, and also too, it's like these films that you're working on for little to no pay, they're the filmmakers of tomorrow. This film now, they may not be having a budget, a lot of times it's their first and second film, but down the road, they're hopefully eventually going to take off in their film career, and they're going to have a budget next time, and they're going to come back. A lot of times they may cast you in their next film, and this time they may have stars, or bigger budget, in the next feature films, and too, you're developing your reel.
Oh yeah.
Once you eventually get enough. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, I was on YouTube television for a while until they start cutting me off for some reason, unless I was boring to the audience or so. But I was using a mobile app that was doing all the audition submission onto the network, and see, I was on there. I was on TV 58 times with YouTube Television Network, and I don't understand why. Well, some places will just cut you off though too, I guess. Wouldn't that? What do you think that they could cut you? That television entertainment services would cut you off for? Do you think that it could be just boringness to everybody about something, or about how you?
Well, I'm not really too familiar with the network actually you're working on. I mean, some of them basically they're looking for viewership. That's one of the things to start getting. You gotta get viewers, to actually hit the particular production you're doing.
Yeah.
And sometimes just putting it out there, sometimes it's not really good enough. Sometimes you really gotta push forward, a lot of marketing and promotion, of a film as you get it out there as well. So.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. And it's
then to really to get buzz, to really get viral, there also got to be some type of quality as well, or two that's going to gain the interest of the various different people as well.
Oh yeah. You have to.
Because, like I said, I have a couple of films. One of my partners, Nathan Masters, he has actually partnered up with YouTube, and we actually do make money actually when people actually view one of our feature films on YouTube.
Yeah.
And a lot of times you'll see ads on, like you see right prior to actually watching a video on YouTube.
Yeah.
Those people, once they hit a certain level, they're actually invited to come with partners with YouTube. And, those actually, by viewing those ads, they make money for those particular film video or whatever they're doing. That's actually, or music video, or whatever video that's actually on YouTube. Those people are actually making money. Ever how big or little depends on how many hits they have and reviews.
Mm-hmm.
And there are actually people on YouTube that actually make six figure, and so as much as over $1 million have made from YouTube. So there's some people who have become very successful just off of YouTube itself.
Well, I use U2, YOUTOO TV network. That's based out of Dallas, Texas. That's who I was.
Okay.
It was something about being aired on television and so, and being in your. I did fame spots. I have like 10 fame spots, and I have commercials. I've done a lot of commercials with U2 Television Network, and that became a major hit, and that's where it became in 58 times in all on TV.
Well, 58 times that, and I know you're first breaking in the film industry for your first film. That's anytime you can get exposure, everything is getting your films out there, the more the better. Especially in the future as you try to go forth and trying to get investors or trying to get other people to take your film seriously as far as getting actors, directors or so forth on board of your film. Every milestone basically you put up there, the better.
Oh yeah. I've done when I tell people that I've been in the acting area on TV and stuff, people think I'm crazy. They don't understand that how much I'm telling the truth.
Well, yeah, you tell them you're a filmmaker, and either a lot of times they, like you said, they either think you're crazy, or they think that you should be every filmmaker or every actor. If you're in the industry, you're making so you're this big time person, which not everybody's big time out there.
Well,
a lot of independent. You got independent filmmakers, actors. It's like I said, beginning. It's a very rough industry. It's like you really got to make industry. You really gotta love the craft.
okay.
And it's something you really gotta enjoy doing and love doing. So.
Yeah. when I start getting or got onto TV, I enjoyed it until they cut me off, though, too, and it's not fun doing that, having somebody to cut you off on that part. And
well, they're on their TV. If they're actually broadcasting on TV, so they're probably a lot of times they'll play something so much and to the point they don't want it. They want basically several different types of projects on their thing. So a lot of times they're not. If it's online, it's one thing. If archived, but they're broadcasting it. That's the main thing. They're only going to play, so long as with any network. Like even if you're on HBO or Showtime, you may be contracted for 20, 30 times, 20 different showings or so, 30 showings.
Oh yeah.
And after that, they're eventually going to cut you off.
Oh yeah, I think.
And do your next project. So you eventually just got to keep on consistently making new projects.
Oh yeah. And see when I call like a news station or so to try to grab interviews or whatever, they think you're crazy and they don't believe you, first off, and they don't know who you are. I guess they're one of those that they'll have to see for themselves to believe you.
Yeah. A lot of times when you're contacting them, getting marketing as far as a film, especially when you really don't have any stars and you're kind of starting out, you don't have a lot of films in your background, it's going to be rough.
And I'm already used to rejection. I've already got some of that already onto things, and people think I'm getting into films without rejection. Well, that's part of it, is rejection. I've already went through that YouTube television with the television. A lot of rejection. Even the big guys, a lot of times they went through years of rejection before they ever made it. It doesn't matter if you're coming down from as an actor, a producer, a director, screenwriter, cinematographer. All these are basically very competitive type of positions, and a lot to do with not just as far as talent, your previous films, body of films, and a lot of times too, it's like you only got a lot of times one or two films. Sometimes too, it's really hard to get people to take you serious. Especially sometimes too, you just have to keep on moving forward to the next project. Oh yeah. Now, I did some of the extra filming with, I became an extra in some of Donald James Parker's movies. Have you heard of him? Yes, Donald James Parker. I just worked a couple of days on his film. Recently, last month, he did a movie called Gramps Goes to College, which is actually his prequel to Gramps. Oh no, Gramps. Gramps Shoes, I think was. You can actually correct me. And I think it was. It's just a Gramps Goes to College. He had. There's this one person that played in Courageous as a main character, and his name is Rusty Martin. Have you heard of him? Rusty Martin. He was actually one of the sons to one of the main stars of Courageous, and he's been in some other Christian-based movies. He is a Christian-based actor, and he came in for this project,
This is this movie was actually shot in a total of 8 days, all shot here in Crossville, Tennessee, and Fairfield Glade, Tennessee.
Yeah.
And it was shot on a low budget with 3 digital DSLR cameras. And the director, Chip Rossetti, he came down from Indiana with his partner up there, and they shot it down here. He's actually a director out there. He's exclusively doing Christian movies now, and he's actually doing a movie in Los Angeles later on this month with Kevin Sorbo.
Oh.
And
yeah.
Then they're coming back to Crossville, Tennessee in March, simply in March right now, and Donald's actually doing another feature film right with Chip Rossetti here in Crossville, Tennessee again.
Oh, wow. I don't keep up with him a lot. It's just I may have him as a friend, but I don't have him to keep up with as of information-wise like that. But now we did talk the other night, about being an extra though. But
yeah, I just met Donald last month. I didn't hear about his first film that he did here, actually in August of last year, but I've actually saw an article about him actually in the Crossville Chronicle. That's how I found out about this movie.
Oh.
And it was shooting here. So that's actually how I heard about the film. So about Donald. So I've only known him for a month now. So I really don't know him really too well, other than being working with him for a few days on the film.
Oh. Yeah, we included in our show, we made some articles on Surgo.com about the Gramps Goes to College and Gramps Shoes. Maybe make another one for the other kind. And, yeah, doing this movie was pretty cool. Meeting all the actors, meeting the people when they were being in progress of getting their film making, very limited people like the public, they don't ever get to do that opportunity to meet other actors at locations and stuff. They don't get the opportunity to do that. You normally have to pay thousands of dollars to even just go and see them, or so, because some of them are located out in Hollywood and Los Angeles and whatever,
Various like Comic-Cons and these other various different conventions. They're running into a lot of these actors there, and they're paying them big bucks really just to meet these actors for a few minutes to get their autographs. So a lot of times these conventions, they're not cheap. A lot of times, I mean, it's very expensive to really go to them sometimes, but as far as getting their autograph, there's some expense right there. That's what your typical people usually how they most of the time meet actors. A lot of times, in today's world, if they're not in Hollywood. But
yeah. Well, I mean, I just saying the thing is they're mostly hidden too from the public because they don't want to be aggravated by the media, I guess. And
they're a lot of times they don't want the media, they don't want the paparazzi.
Yeah, I think I think it's stupid to have a paparazzi in another way.
They get on the set
because
they basically, when they're on the set, they're basically trying to put themselves in that mold as the actors, whether that character is. So.
Oh yeah.
And a lot of times they're basically trying to do the road, and once they get finished there, they go on to. Sorry about that. man, they go on, you know, in the day, you know, a lot of times they're tired out and they want to deal with everything after that.
Yeah,
And
I understand that, and also me, I just don't want, you know, I don't want to get into too much of all that because in the movie area, because I don't want a paparazzi at my door, especially here in Crossville. But I don't think I would because there's not even television stations here in Crossville. I don't think.
You're out of the basis of the whole thing. As a filmmaker, you're probably not going to have the paparazzi at